Genuine question. Is saying you don't want to make friends with y'all species saying what racist people say about black people because they are hateful? No hate to the person who left this comment because they already said that this was a genuine question. When I was talking in that video and when I said I'm not here, and I didn't say I don't want to make friends with y'all, I'm not trying to. I made this video a little while back when another woman was questioning, why is there this standoffish attitude towards white people coming from black people? It's because you guys don't know the history. You guys really don't know the history, and if you learn the true history, there wouldn't even be a question. You guys should not expect black people to be your friend. Key word, expect, meaning you anticipate it. You guys have shown us over and over again, your DNA does not change. And I know there's good ones of you out there. Not all of you guys are bad. I said that in that video as well. But majority of you lack empathy by default. And honestly, to me, after learning how you guys were created, it makes nothing but sense. Nothing but sense. When we talk about how you guys were grafted with different species on this planet, it's not to be racist, it is facts. You were created by another person that looks like me in the past. I would say this about 6,600 years ago. You were created by one of us. This whole planet was carbonated. That means there was no pale skin. And yes, we do have albinos in our community, but you guys have to know that we don't naturally produce Neanderthal DNA. We don't. And again, why do you have DNA with species that you cannot sexually reproduce with? Animals. Our bodies are completely different, and they like to push this we're all one bullshit because they had to write themselves in the carbonated people's history. So yeah, I need you guys to really go learn what really happened. How did my people go from kings and queens and coming from royalty, because we have royal bloodlines, especially the Black Americans. So how did we get to this illusion of white supremacy today? And I say an illusion because the black nobility is the one that's pulling the strings at the end of the day. So what transpired in history? See, and when people talk about the elitism and capitalism war, our war began far before this one. Far before this one. This is just another war that stemmed from it. And we know that at the end of the day, there are, like, the poor whites. Y'all are in the same group with us because the ones at the top, they don't give a fuck about y'all either. So we can come together on that, but how can we come together and y'all can't even respect how we feel towards the mistreatment of your own kind? How?
So I want to get into some real serious shit, alright? You ready for this? So I know everybody's heard about Hitler and how he killed 6 million Jews or whatever, the Holocaust, this and that. So you guys have to remember who wrote history, right? You guys have to remember whoever writes history is the person who won. Whoever won, whatever war it was, whatever conflict, that's who gets to write what happened. So I've heard a recording saying, when the people find out what Hitler was actually doing, that will start World War III. So the white Jews are not Jews. The real Jews are the black people. The blacks were the first people on this earth. This is their earth. They are initially God. They are the most natural form of human life. They are the epitome of what God is. And everything other than blacks are mutated in some way. White people are by far the most fucked, and your genetics are fucked. Start getting some sun and healing yourself.
The untold story of American white supremacy. I mean, I just read about the Indian land grab, and I'm like, my gosh, man, good Lord. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. Because that means we've got to look people in the face and say, our forefathers were the worst people in the history of mankind. The things that they did, that manifest destiny, that kind of mentality has been atrocious. What we have done to the African Americans. The estimated number of wealth that came from slavery, from free labor, and that's what it was. And they estimate that the amount of money that came from slavery was around $24 trillion. You can't even grasp that much money. The average person has a hard time grasping what $1 billion is. Trillion. Holy shit. And a lot of people don't want to admit the truth because a lot of people also are scared